Hi, parents of grade 9 and grade 12. I decided to combine the video so that I don't have maybe many videos, but I'll try to be short as possible. Grade 9, the reason I'm linking them because we tend to get excited about the subject choices, or let me say career choices, when your child is doing grade 12 or past matric, and then you go like, oh my god, what is going to happen and all that. But you actually started at their lower grades. I have started a venture. It was a pilot last year where I visited the primary school grade 7s, both kids and the parents, and it was interesting how much the kids, they know what they want to do when they're finishing school. I asked them actually to write a circle, and then in the circle I taught them that it is their center. That means whatever you're writing, what you want to do, like you want to be a doctor, you want to be veterinary, you want to be, there are a lot of them want to be a gynecologist. Their kids wanted to be YouTubers and all that, which is, most of the parents, they are not aware that their kids want to be a YouTuber because they think it's not a career. And then our kids, they are seeing it as a career because they're on social network, they are on everything. So most of parents, they get a shocker when they have to choose the subject at grade 10 for grade 10, at grade 9 for grade 10. And then they said, but I don't want to do this. That child that I was talking to at grade 7 already knew what they want to do, and they know what does it mean. But we don't open those rooms in our homes to teach our kids about the career choices. And the world is evolving. What are you talking about, the YouTuber? Then this is where, as a parents, you are starting to learn at the early stages. By the time you are reaching grade 9, when the school is doing the presentations about that you need to start talking to your kids, you are already a few steps ahead because you are having this conversation. Like, I don't know how many times my daughter, especially my daughter, has changed careers between grade 7 and now, between grade 6 and grade 7. I would ask, and like, no, I want to be this, I want to be a vet, I want to be, like right now she wants to be a gynae. I'm not sure, he might be a pilot this year, but it's important to have those conversations because it also helps you to be able to bring the shape of your kids and the career you are involved. It's not just the school only. So hence I'm doing from grade 9. So the exercise that I did at the primary, thank you to the principal of Tableview High School, really, it opened up for me that we as a parents actually in the school, we need to encourage our kids to start having a taste of the careers that they want to do, and it opens them up to the world, that there's a lot to offer in the world. They're not just schooling, they are actually preparing for their future at the beginning. So the exercise that I did with the kids was that they create a center, and then they put their career aspirations, vet, YouTuber, lawyer, and all that. And then I said to them, this is your center for anything in your life. This is your center. The world will offer you so many things, but you need to have a center. So that means even when you are choosing your subject, you are choosing them to what? To fulfill your center. Gynecologist, for example, that is your center. So that means you need to start checking what subjects that I should be doing if I want to be a gyno. They've got a Google, they've got everything in their palms. It's unlike us. Then those subjects, you're going to check the performance of your child from the beginning. Is it good on maths or not? So that you can be able to have an honest conversation with your child that, yes, I noticed that you want to be a gynae, but the gynae wants you to have life science and maths, and you don't look strong on them. So you are having that internal conversation as a parent as well on time. It's not now the teacher tells you that your child is not good on maths when you are not aware of it. Keep on reminding him about the center of that choice of the career that she wants to have. And it also, you are able now to venture and check other areas, maybe if you can see that is not good on the subject that will be required to be a gynecologist. Then by the time they're arriving on grade 8, you're already kind of like in the middle of this process, of this phase of career choices of their lives, and they are kind of like in charge or in control of it. Then when it reaches to grade 9, the conversation should be easier because you have already started that conversation. So for grade 9 parents, which is I'm doing the video for grade 9 to grade 12, start having those conversations. It's never too late to have those conversations now. Monitor the results. We have done something here. I like my school. We have something called a blue book in our school. So what I like about it, just let me check if I have a pen. What I like about it, it gives, it's got a space for a subject. It's like, let's just say EMS, for example. And then it says your target, it brings a target, let's say 70%. So what happens is that on this, we have a subject, EMS. Then the child, like my kids, they've put the target as they are. We're having a discussion yesterday. I do have actually I did recorded a voice note or something like that where we were discussing the target. I asked, like, why did you choose 70%? And then said that I think this is the capability of my EMS. I'm not strong, maybe from EMS, which is for me. I was like, 70 is good, So what can I do as your parent to help you to reach this 70%? Like for my son, he said maths, he put I think put 80% on maths. Then I said, I don't know maths. I'm being honest with you. I don't know maths. I don't know physics. So, however, how can I be able to support you as a parent for you to reach 70%? Do you see? I'm not including the school here. I'm including me as a parent. What can I do to support you? So it helps the child to know that, okay, my parents are also assisting me on the 70%. Then you said it's for me to study more and practice more maths and study hard. And I said, yes, hard and play, both of them. Also, what else that you think that you need to be done? He's been doing tutor. He's been having a tutor since grade 8. He said that I'm going to continue with Nina with my maths. And I said, good. And then what else? If I'm struggling, I need to go and ask the teacher. There's also intervention classes at school, I mentioned to him, so that you can always utilize that as well. That's an extra resource for you. Then what else that you think that we need to do? I can practice previous maths papers from different schools and whatever. You as a parent, you can even offer to print those question papers during the weekly planner that you remember that we just done. It will help your child, because now you are seeing where he's frustrated on the question papers. Most of question papers, they come with memo. And to tell you the truth, I ask them to do the test on the exam papers, and then I give them the memo to mark them while I'm cooking. Then I'm able to check the results. So let's say he's got a 40%. I'm like, do you see that we are far from the 70%? So those are the things that you need to start engaging with your kids, and it must be on a relaxed environment. Sometimes we do it while my son or daughter, they are cooking. I'm sitting on the other side of the table. We are discussing school stuff in a relaxed space and laughing and all that. Make it fun, guys, more than anything. So I like this because at my school, the child puts the target, so that every time he doesn't want to study, we go back and say that, do you think with your behavior we're going to reach this target? I want to hear from you. Do you think that with the rate that we are doing, always include yourself, are we going to reach the target of the 70%? So imagine the household, if they can have something like this, then the school won't have to be begging kids to pass. They will be assessing them on the challenges that they are facing towards the 70%. That is their target. And it makes them to be accountable because they are the one who have put the target. I think one of the subjects, one of my kids put I think 50%. And I said, why? I said, because this subject is difficult. Again, this is a flag for you that my child is struggling on maths. Even when we are doing the choice subjects for grade 10, you already have that indication that she is not comfortable with maths. So it's either you are providing resources for that she can be able to be confident to reach maybe a 60% or 70%. If you are starting it at grade 9, you are in a better position when the child is choosing a subject. The teacher doesn't even have to convince you or change your mind because you know the performance of your child. So then that is the linking basically of the subject. We are just doing subject that they're already having kind of a career in mind. Then now in grade 10 and grade 12, the subject have been firmed, which is now there's little room for making changes for subjects. This is where it becomes tricky. Most of parents, they assist their kids to choose subject that they want. Like, I want my child to be an engineer. And all to find that this child is struggling with these subjects to make an engineer. I went to UCT last 2 years back. My nephew wanted to come and study. He failed grade 11 and very poorly. And then he couldn't be able to study. He was struggling to improve because most of the time he was just failing and all that. So I went to UCT because at that time there was I wanted to find out about the online high school thing because I wanted him to finish a matric. I was adamant that he needs to finish a matric and go to university and what. But this discussion, I will have it on a video for grade 12 only. But the advice that I got out of that was that not every child is academically strong. Doesn't make your child to be stupid, but is not academically strong. They are more practical, like they would rather do things with hands. So if you know your child is in that level, do not be embarrassed or hesitate. Ask for help. Check what strong point that is good at, like cooking. There are a lot of people who are making a career on cooking, which is after they finish their matric. There's hospitalities now at school. So you kind of channel your child on the area that is strong point. It doesn't mean there is no careers there. It's just that most of everyone wants to go their children to do the traditional careers like lawyer, doctor. That's perfect. That's good if your child has got all the capacity to do that. So I cannot urge the parents enough when it comes to choosing the subject. Remember, that child is not you. They've got a totally different ball altogether. And I'm not saying that we need to teach our kids to be lazy to study or not capable. Push your child if you know that is good. It's just a laziness. Then root out the laziness. We are comfortable for our kids for them to be raised by the phones. It's the same phones that makes them to be lazy to think because everything they Google it, they Uber it and all that. So they don't want to use their natural brain. So if you want your child to reach a certain level, then this is where, again, on the weekly planner, you see there is no space for a phone. There is no space for a gadget. There is no space for a room during the week. They have the whole weekend where you can give them some time to rest. I'm a champion for the kids that they need to rest their brain so that they can be able to be fresh. However, gadgets and everything else that the world is using. Everyone now, you're walking on the street, on the malls, people are zombies, they pump on you because they are on their phones. It's not just the kids, even the adults. So for you to make your child to reach the 70% that he is a target market, is a target of passing for him or her, is for you to push your child into that level so that when we are doing the subject choices, because the school checks on the performance of your child. They make assessment, and these are the qualified teachers. They've been doing this for years. They already see that this child is not going to be able to cope. I've seen about 6 kids that they failed maths and physics dismally, as in with 1% for the matric results of this year. So, of 2024. That tells me when you are sitting down, and I'm not talking at my school, I'm talking the parents. I'm very involved on the parental structures, and the parents, they know me, they come to me, on different platforms, Facebook, whatever. So these parents, when I was sitting down with their kids now the parents say, hey, can you assist me? I don't know what to do. they are having a situation of where the parent thought that it was fine for them to do a maths and physics, and they're adamant. But when you are unpacking this adamant, there was no support system that was firm. The only thing they expect them to pass. You have seen the weekly planners. Those are the support system and resources that we are trying to avoid, to provide for parents as a school as well, and the community. The second thing, that the dilemma that they are facing, is that the child now needs to go and redo maybe the matric and change all the subjects. I'm not sure why in South Africa we are struggling to get institutions that actually give a full turnaround for a child to go into and redo the matric. There's a lot of frustrations actually to secure a space or a place to do that. I got shocked because I was asked this thing, these parents that came to me. We're struggling to get a school that is going to actually say that, for example, this child now needs to change the maths and physics because it's not coping and she doesn't anything to do with it. And the parents has finally, bulb has went up and realized, but I shouldn't have done that. So how do you see, so now that is happening now on the results of matric. And her peers or his peers are already going to an institution. That brings also a meltdown for kids. So it's something that we could have prevented at grade 9. Hence the grade 9 and the grade 12 this video is for. Then another thing that I wanted to bring to the parents is that now this child is also having a dilemma that what subject that now I need to do, because I was fixated on this subject. Now we need to do another subject choice now that was supposed to be for grade 9. Fine, it's not a train smash, because the things happen, heck happens in life, and you can be able to fix them. So now we need to find a subject for this child that is can do, or what is she good or good at, and then we need to find the institution, which is again is another nightmare in South Africa at this point in time to get an institution. Now you are on a panic mode as a parent as well, because you need to make sure your child is going to a tertiary institution and all those kind of stuff. And I will explain further on the video for only grade 12s. But on this one, if you are having an opportunity to assist your child to choose a subject that are proper for capability, academically strong and disciplined in terms of studying and all that, go ahead and assist that child to choose. But if you know for a fact that your child, the subject or the career that you want, and then when you're checking the subject that is doing so far are not doing well, have an honest conversation as a parent and maybe consult and find out what other options, if this child is not going to do my as parents' aspiration in terms of career choices, do that in grade 9. Because in grade 10, it becomes a problem now to change the subjects as well. Yes, you can maybe get a chance to change, but it already disrupts your child unnecessarily. So that's what I wanted to share on this video for grade 9 up to grade 12. The next video that I will do is the video for grade 12 parents and the kids, because it covers your choice of varsity, preparing yourself for results in terms of whether the child passes or not. Most of the time we start thinking of results towards January when the exams are, we start having an anxiety. So we should be having conversations and resources or spaces, if I can put it in that way, that prepares for good results and failure of the results. In terms of when I'm saying failure, I mean that the child hasn't passed. What do you need to do? You cannot be on the shocked as a parent on the same space as a child. You should be already ready for whatever results so that you can be able to comfort your child and have answers for the next step. Thank you very much.